Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, looking at the semiconductor sector, AMD, MU, and NVDA. And AMD here has been pulling back fairly significantly. We had a clear bear break for a bearish entry where we had the lows of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or I should say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1364, 62, 65. The break of 1365 was a break of an inside candlestick on Friday, and a break of 1362 was the lowest price that we had seen on consolidation so far. So either one of those would have been a bearish signal, and we got the open on Friday at 1362. So that was right on that support, and we broke it very quickly and dropped down to 1336. So that was a nice little bearish trade on Friday to be had. And we have someone in the chat room pointing out the potential for a pattern that hadn't caught my eye yet. But it's a potential bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern where we have our left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And the neckline is down here. I'm looking at support of 1260, and we can see 1279, 1279. So if we were to get a break of 1279, that would be the first big red flag that this is a potential reversal pattern. And then we're looking at 1260 and the lowest price we saw here on this pullback of 1238. So not certain that that's going to be the pattern that does play out, but it is certainly something we are watching as we are on the verge of seeing some normal, healthy, more prolonged consolidation. You can see here on the weekly time frame, we've gone green, red, green, red, green, red, a lot of back and forth choppy action with still a little bit of a slight bull momentum by keeping those higher lows. And just looking at this weekly time frame, I can point here at 1238 and see that if we break that level, that will be a clear indication that more significant consolidation is coming. And the middle Bollinger Band is going to be down in the low $11 range this coming week. So the downside potential is pretty significant because it's a really low cap name here. And we have seen such a significant move in the past year and a half. We've gone literally about 800%. So if we do see a break of 1238, that is a red flag for the longer term bulls, but there will be some signals sooner on the shorter term time frames, with 1279 being a key level for me personally. So the bears have some momentum here in AMD. Looking at MU, it is stronger on the daily time frame in terms of seeing more clearly higher lows and higher highs. So the key support I'm looking at here is at 2481, higher low 2493, and now our higher low, the bulls bought that dip on Friday, 2540. The middle Bollinger Band is continuing to catch up, and it's a much more clear higher low, higher high pattern. So the daily chart is more bullish on MU, but we look at the weekly time frame, and although it looks really great here in 2016, and it has been for the bulls, we zoom out and we have a ton more resistance level from previous history than we do on AMD or NVDA. So I can look back here and pick out a dozen resistance levels that the bulls still have to get through, with the next main one being 2862. That's a ways away. And if I had to pick a shorter term support, or resistance, I should say, would be 2663. So the weekly chart and the daily chart still certainly favoring the bulls for MU. AMD looking a bit weaker, and NVDA here, the bulls are starting to show back up. So we had some prolonged consolidation after the double top at the all-time high, and the bears were in full control. And we were playing NVDA to the downside because volume. Volume was indicating that the bears had the momentum. We had weak bull volume attempts, increased bear volume attempts, and the bulls proved themselves as soon as 101.30 broke. That was the key level for me, and that's because of the lower high pattern on the daily. So we had our lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high. So if you don't see that, it might just sound like a bunch of nonsense, but to me it stands out with lower highs and lower lows and the clear inability for the bulls to make any progress. So once we got this little higher low and we broke 101.30, that's when the bull momentum started. And ever since then, we've seen a very strong move with higher highs every single day once 101.30 broke. And what also stood out that day was the increase in bull volume the day that 101.30 did break. So we have strong closes here. Look at the close on Thursday, high of the day. Bulls have all that momentum. Gap up open on Friday, and the gap filled at 103.83. We filled it by 2 pennies, and then the bulls showed up and closed at the high of the day, favoring bull momentum yet again. So I'm looking at 106.39, and if we break 106.39 on Monday, we begin filling this gap back up to 109.99. Bulls have a lot of momentum here. Bullish MACD cross, increasing bull volume. Again, the closes at the highs indicate momentum, and the weekly time frame holding this middle Bollinger Band for 4 weeks, 4 tests in a row, closing at the high of the week, confirming the bullish reversal candlestick last week, and getting above these exponential resistances again. So the bulls are not out of the woods yet. We do still have that double top to be watching. And if we lose this weekly middle Bollinger Band, we will be more skeptical of the bulls. But right now, that daily time frame, we cannot disregard the bull volume that is certainly, or I should say the bull momentum, the closes, and the volume. But it's definitely showing us that the bulls are in control of the short term. And as long as that weekly middle Bollinger Band holds, we were on the verge of breaking it. It looked for a half a week there 2 weeks ago that it looked very likely that we were going to break it. But the bulls saved the day and showed up. So we are going to be looking bullish on NVDA until we get a bearish reversal candlestick on the daily time frame, which could very easily come on Monday because we have seen some significant bull moves the past 5 days. But that's the direction to be looking. So AMD bears have momentum. MU and NVDA bulls have momentum on the daily time frame. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in next weekend on these semiconductors. And if you want to check out the chat room for a free week, we're constantly covering them, as NVDA is definitely a popular ticker for day trading and swing trading among members. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.